Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to do the EJK installation on the Kawasaki 300 Dual Sport 2021 model. I'm going to take you step by step and show you how to do it. Let's get started. Then you're going to take up the seat. You'll see on my bike I've taken out the snorkel. There's no snorkel on the airbox. It then says you got to pick up and rotate the tank. See like that. Alright, that does it. Tank loose now. Let's see what else we got to do to get it picked up. You just got to move it so you can get to the plugs. Alright, the two vent hoses just pulled right off on their own. And you're left with this. Looks like we got to get down here to these plugs in this area. Let me take a look at the instructions and come right back to you. Okay, it says rotate the fuel tank back, prop it up, locate the fuel injector connector, figure 5. Oh, it's going to be a little skinny plug. It's going to look like that. This is the harness that's going to plug in between it. Okay. Sorry about the camera angles, but it looks like I'm going to be dealing with this plug right here. Let me try to get that undone. That looks about right to me. Let's plug in the EJK. So you only got two choices. One's got female connectors, the other one's got male connectors. So we're going to go with the female to the bike, and the male, the smaller one, is one that sticks off to the side by itself, this one. We're going to plug that into the harness we just unplugged right here. Nice solid connection. And then take the female half and plug it into the bike. A nice solid connection there. Now you're supposed to zip tie these wires out of the way. Alright, the kit comes with 3 zip ties and this Velcro connector for hooking up your EJK to where you want to mount it. So we'll take one of these. Set the 2 extra zip ties aside. Now you got to run this ground wire. They want you to route it down to the front where everything else grounds. So where we're going with the ground wire is right here. That's a ground connection point. The ground wire hooked in here, routed up, zip tied to the harness, back down through here. Our connection is made right here. The other half of the harness is right here. Now we got to put the tank back on. These 2 breather hoses, they just pulled right off. Hopefully they'll be easy to put back on the bottom of the tank. Let's take a look. All right, let's bring the tank back in. Get my EJK out of the way. Let me address something first. I don't know if I probably should have gone underneath the frame with these wires. I don't want the EJK wires to go over this frame. I want them to go underneath it. So I'm going to see, so I don't have to undo everything I just did. I'm going to see if I can work this down through the other side of the frame. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's get that up out of the way. Nothing pinching the wires, got plenty of ground. Now let's put the tank back down. Sort of see it right down here. Here's the two hoses. They go up behind the tank. There's two nipples up in there. I'm gonna give you an awkward camera angle, see what you can see. Probably not a whole lot, but they're connected back up. And this is where the bolt comes out to hold the gas tank on side one, and then there's one on side two. What you got here is a little stop on the back of the gas tank. So make sure that rubber piece is sitting on the stop. That way you'll know you're in the right spot. And then up here, you can see through the hole and see where it threads in. Okay, here's one. Wouldn't you know it, the 10 millimeter is gone. I just had it. I swear to everything, 10 millimeters, sockets, wrenches, it doesn't matter. They grow little legs and walk away. You know what I'm talking about if you work on anything. All right, snug that down. You just gotta take out the one. There's 3 bolts here, but 2 of them are holding the bracket to the frame. So the tank's got its own bracket, comes down, 1 bolt holds it in. It's got to shift forward a little bit and down. That didn't seem right. There we go. Snug tight turn there, and then there was 1 bolt right here holding the gas tank down. That's this fella, and that was an 8. Okay, that wasn't very tight at all, so a little snug. I'll be fine on that. Now, there's one other connector here. Let's see what it says. Route to EJK. They want you to put it up by the ignition key. I'm not going to do that. Use the zip ties. Start the bike. It doesn't mention anything about this other plug. So, I think I know what it is. It's this little plug right here. I think that's an O2 sensor bypass. Let's take a look, because the O2 sensor is right here. If you don't have any idea where it is, just go to your pipe. Your O2 sensor is right here. Follow it up, or just give it a little tug and watch this wire. Can you see that moving? That's your O2 sensor connection. Let's just see if this fits for that. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's 4 plugs. All right, look at that. How convenient is that? Hopefully you're seeing that. Look at those 2 connectors. So let's take this, plug it in here. a little snippety snap. And if I was going to leave this like this, it would be an O2 sensor bypass. Of course, I'm not going to do that because that would be against emissions, and I am 100% for emissions. Global warming, the whole New Green New Deal, AOC for president. So yeah, I would definitely not take that out, or I would not leave that in, I should say. I would definitely 100% hook back up your O2 sensor if you care anything about the earth. And I would definitely not take the O2 sensor out and put the plug that came with the pipe in the hole to plug it off, because that would be 100% bad. You'd be an evil, nasty person. So I am definitely not going to be doing that. Not going to be doing that. YouTube, you copy me? Not going to be doing that. Let me stop the video for a minute so I'm buttoning things up.